Coach, we're talking before the game about how critical Game 5 is. You didn't want to talk about the story being written. What do you want to write about kind of Jamal Murray's game tonight?
Jamal doing what Jamal does, us helping him a little bit with the way they've been guarding him. I thought we got him loose better, thought we screened better, allowed him to play in a rhythm. This is a team game, and when guys get hot, it's them being hot and being a special player like he always has been, but it's the other guys setting great screens. I thought DeAndre, Nikola, Russ, whoever they put Zubac on, and obviously Zubac is a really good defender. We got him moving in space a little bit and got Jamal some good looks, on top of the fact some of the shots he made were just absolutely ridiculous. And said it before the game, I mean, it's coming with him. You know it is, in these big moments, these situations. He was born for this. So special night for Jamal, but more importantly, special night for us in the sense of the series. But long way to go.
David, was there one shot or one moment from Jamal early where you felt like he was due for a big night?
You can kind of tell the way the ball comes off his hand certain nights. I thought he had a great lift on his jump shot. Some of the early drags, he was pulling up into three-point shots. His left-handed finishes, complementing the shooting. So maybe not one thing. I think it's just a culmination of watching him, showcase his offensive game. And when it's flowing like that, it's the guy that's won us so many playoff games in the past. And when he's complimentary with Nikola, it's great, but it sure is nice to have these nights where it's his show. And, we needed it tonight in a big game. It was fun to watch, man. I'm sure for the fans, it was incredible.
David, when you guys won the title, we heard things like play for each other or sacrifice. We heard it all year long. This year, I feel like maybe we haven't heard it as much.
Right.
Do you get the sense that this is a team coming together right now?
Yeah, I felt like that at the end of the year, too. I thought if we didn't come together, we'd be at home right now. We'd be in the play-in. So, already thought that. Not every season is supposed to be this pretty, Disney movie or something, man. Like, this is the NBA. We had ups and downs, we had injuries, we had guys in and out. Things got negative for a while when things aren't going your way. And especially when you lose games late in the season that you know are important. So for us to bounce back, find a way to get the 4 seed, like I've been saying, I feel like this story is really trying to be written in a negative way. So keep trying, I get it. It's part of the deal. And I don't know what's going to happen the rest of this series, but I've seen guys be very impactful mentally with each other. Tonight was another great example. They cut it to 10, they cut it to 8, 6. It seems like we always had a response. And it wasn't just Jamal's special night, it was different people making big plays. CB's 3 at the end of the quarter was enormous. It set the place off, and the momentum was going our way, but that really put us, at a place where it was like, all right, and we rotated those other guys in, and they were so impactful, guys off the bench. So a lot of people are the reason why we won this game. Jamal will be the star tonight, but that was a great playoff team win.
How nice was it, because that 3 goes in, you're able to sit Joker at the start of the 4th and kind of sit all your starts, so you have to press them as much and you kind of win going away, so they get that little bit of extra rest, I guess.
Yeah, no, you're right. And, it wasn't, when I sat him, I'll be honest, in your head you go, well, you can get him back in quickly if you need to. I had 4 timeouts. But DeAndre was very impactful defensively. And I thought we handled some of the variable lineups, I guess you could call it, that Ty goes to. He does such a great job of that. He's never scared to try something in a game. I said this before the series, I really look up to him as a coach. And he did a lot of that stuff tonight, and I thought we handled it just well enough to sit some guys and give them a little bit of rest to come back in and have, the right impact that they had there at the end. So, like I said, team wins, man. You need people to make plays, not just score points, defensive rebounds, block shots, rotations, communication, all the things that actually matter in fundamental basketball to win a playoff game.
David, do you feel like Christian has kind of grown into this series, and if so, sort of in what ways?
It's funny. I think CB's played great. I just think he hasn't made shots. But CB has, his effect as far as picking up and being aggressive with James. James is such a hard cover. You're asking a guy to pick him up full, don't foul him, but also don't give him too much space. He might step back and shoot a 3, but also don't let him go straight to the basket with his left hand and shoot a floater. There's a lot of asks going on for Christian with James Harden. And that was a team defensive game tonight with James, but CB's the guy at the point. Like, he's the guy that's matching up with him. So he's giving him great energy. I've always said this, CB's never scared of the moment. He may play great, he may play okay, but there is nothing about that guy that's scared of this moment. So yeah, I'm hoping, the offensive part of it, hopefully that's trending into Game 6.
Coach, there was a point in the first quarter, I don't know if you remember this play, where Jamal grabbed a rebound above the rim, fully above the rim.
Right.
And that was a point where it kind of looked like he had some real juice tonight. Did you realize that in a moment and just kind of see that kind of play out over the rest of the game?
Yeah, and I also thought I know exactly what you're talking about. And I also thought him in the passing lanes, he was exploding in all ways, getting up in the air vertically, pushing and to cut defensively, to cut things off. You're right, he had a lot of juice tonight. And quietly, so did Aaron. Quietly 23 points. When they jumped up the defenses, it seemed like he made big shots, made the right plays, got into a pick and roll, had a nice finish at the end, to kind of put the game back. I think it was 12 or 14. So, a bunch of guys tonight, man, played well. And the juice, the 2 days helps, but now that's over. So we got to refocus ourselves.
Coach, you said before the game that Jamal was coming, right? How much of just his improved play throughout this series is him getting healthier? I mean, he had that hamstring at the end of this season and kind of nursed that back into the start of this.
Yeah, I think you're right. The rhythm is rhythm, whether it's the playoffs or the regular season. You have to play. And it's not like we're practicing a lot because you can't really do anything. So it's in-game rhythm that he's finding. And also, the reason why I said that is because I've just seen this too many times where, Jamal's struggling, this and that. It's like, well, it's also the Clippers. They're doing a good job. And we figured a few things out. And he totally capitalized on them, not to mention the incredible individual plays he made tonight. And even the steal, the dunk at the end after he kind of tweaked his ankle, there was an explosion there. Like at the end of the game, he still had it. So yeah, really fun to watch.
Westbrook always plays with such passion that it almost feels personal. How did you benefit from that tonight, and in general, how do you benefit?
Yeah, Russ, the special thing about Russ is how stubborn he is. Like, that's how he plays. And when it rolls and he has it going, it can be so impactful energy-wise. Because it's not just the fact that he made shots tonight, it's the fact that he's out there rotating, being a free safety defensively. And honestly, if it was Russ tonight, or if it was Peyton, or if it was whoever, if it was Julian that I threw out there, we all know here that we need more people to step up to win a fourth game, bottom line. And we're going to need another game of someone stepping up, giving that six-man feeling of I can have a rotation out there, which really helps us obviously win playoff games. But we've been looking for that. And when you're at home sometimes, guys have nights. And let's not forget that they had their game 3, and everybody made shots, And in the playoffs, you hope that you have one night like tonight where it feels like everybody felt good, the ball was going in, the offense was clicking and flowing. But you can't expect that in Game 6. Tonight was what it was. We have to refocus, and we really need to watch the tape. They scored at will at certain parts of those games, and we've got to be better defensively throughout the 48.
Last one.
David, you talk about how it was a total team win, and just then tonight was what it was. But how proud are you still of the full team effort, that this was never trailing and kind of in control the whole game?
Really proud of it, and cool to see the trend of losing a really tough Game 2, getting embarrassed in Game 3, absolutely bringing it in Game 4, and then really almost losing it in the fourth quarter. So there's all these ups and downs to it, and you can see, you were talking about it earlier, but the team is connected because they went back and saw the film, they saw where they get better, and that's what you have to do. You have to have extreme honesty in these playoff series because the next game is going to be its own thing, and all you can control is how you can get better, just a little bit better, competitively, schematically, and stay together, and give yourself the best opportunity to win a fourth game.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Yep.